the mirror out the door, looking sharp. Down the stairs in the car, an hour early, 2 coffees, maybe 3. He smiles around, he's making their day. He says, have a nice week. After work drink, he's buying. Tuesday morning and he's picking up rubbish. He's a very special member of his local parish. Employee of the month, the man of the year. And oh no! He's the man of the year! He's the man of the year! Nothing's gonna stop him and no one's gonna top him. He's a man! He's a man! He's the man of the year! The man of the year, yes! No one's gonna top him and nothing's gonna stop him. He's a man! He's a man! Picking up the kids, taking them to judo. Sitting on a park bench reading Foucault. Up before the sun on Sundays. He doesn't lie and he just keeps smiling. Knits a sweater and some cargo trousers. Partial boating and high self-esteem. He loves everyone. We love him too. To a incroyable mercy beaucoup. Hello! No, he's the man of the year! Man of the year! Nothing's gonna stop him and no one's gonna top him. He's a man! He's a man! Yes, he's the man of the year! Man of the year, yes! Nothing's gonna stop him! Nothing's gonna top him! He's a man! A man! Time magazine, Time magazine, Time magazine, Time magazine, Time magazine.
Making their day.
Time magazine.
Employee of the month.
Time magazine.
Have a nice week.
Time magazine.
Man of the year.
Time magazine.
Making their day.
Time magazine.
Have a nice week.
Time magazine.
Employee of the month.
Man of the year! Man of the year!
Hello and welcome to the very first live lounge of 2025. You're here with 95.3 Bailrigg FM and LA1 TV. I'm your host, Freddy Blofeld, and here we are with the Shoestrings. Now, well, that was Man of the Year, which I believe was played quite recently on BBC introducing Lancashire and Cumbria. Now, how did that all go? Have you seen much more interest in your band after that, or how's it been since that?
Blessing after blessing.
Great. Anything else, or?
No, it's been good. Got a few gigs off it.
Okay, great. So maybe let's have a bit of background on the band. Like, why don't you just go around and introduce yourselves to all our viewers and listeners?
My name's Ben.
My name's Ben as well.
My name's Ben.
Benjamin here.
Benedict here.
Sensing a theme there. Now, how did you all actually meet each other? Did you meet each other at university or just
A Facebook group.
Each other? Facebook group, right?
Yeah, Aspiring Musicians Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone put a post out saying, "Do you want to start a band for what was it, for fans of Arctic Monkeys?"
Yeah,
right. And
but only quite specifically
Arctic Monkeys and Equestrian, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can definitely hear that kind of Arctic Monkeys inspiration in the music. Now,
it's big. Yeah.
Were there any other big bands behind your kind of inspiration as a genre?
Strokes.
Yeah, Strokes.
Julian Casablancas. Yeah.
So, Strokes, Julian Casablancas, Arctic Monkeys, that sort of genre then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So about your first sort of gigs, when did you start playing live? Because obviously most of what you do is, from what I can tell, is performing at kind of local venues. So how did that all start?
It sort of happened by accident. We just found ourselves on a stage and we didn't really know how to get off it.
That is actually largely true. We didn't really we only had a drummer for about 2 days before our first gig, and then we had our first gig, and it was really, really bad. And and we've been slowly regressing ever since. But now we're here, so that's what matters. Yeah,
that is what matters. With Man of the Year, going back to that, circling back to BBC introducing Lancashire and Cumbria. So, have you had any kind of other songs of yours covered on something like that, or was that sort of your first experience with more mainstream exposure?
It's our only one out. We did try and send another one in, but they thought it was too bad to go on, so they just played Man of the Year. But
right.
Yeah.
Now, where can people actually listen to your music? Because as far as I could tell, it wasn't on Spotify or things like that. So where could people actually go and listen to Man of the Year?
I've heard.
What have you heard?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, Man of the Year. Right, that song that just got played. Yeah.
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 Man of the Year.
Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man of the what?
Man of the Year, mate.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Man of the who?
Yeah, the year. It's coming out. That's a world exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming out on the 28th of February. Cover art pending, creative copyright pending. We've got into a bit of a ruckus with Island Records over a copyright strike. They thought it sounded a bit like Bon Jovi's first record, so they filed something against us. But pending that, it's coming out 28th of Feb.
Yeah.
Naturally. And is that on kind of all major platforms? Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music? What's it?
Bandcamp, Deezer, Tidal.
Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Amazon Music.
Amazon Prime.
All right, well, I'll definitely be giving that one a listen when that's out. So I believe you've got another song for us to play. Do you want to introduce that a bit? Give a bit of the background to that?
This one's a jazzy number. It's about wanting to go dancing, but there's too much jazz playing, so you just can't get started. And then eventually you do, and this is what that sounds like. Yeah, it's rubbish, this one. It's called Gestation Period.
Edge of my feet, man. I'm on the edge of my seat. A little hot around the collar, cause I just wanna dance, dance, dance. And the bass keeps pumping, and the people keep drumming. I think I might have lost control, there's something in my pants, pants, pants. Please, no longer will you keep me waiting. You're in the situation of gestation. Magic powder, I'll be dancing through the door. I must have taken something, cause now I'm on the floor. I'm getting kinda comfy. In fact, it's kinda nice. Take a note of Bob Dylan, man, don't think twice. Oh God, it's so goddamn frustrating. You're in the situation of gestation. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta wait. Ooh. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta. You gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta, what you gotta. Oh, let's give it to him, let's give it to him. You gotta wait.
Well, that was Gestation period. Now, I have to ask as well, I think a lot of our listeners and viewers here will have probably first heard about you from our own Campus Battle of the Bands last year. Do you want to talk us through your experience of that a little bit?
As the name suggests, it was a battle.
Of bands?
Yeah, particularly between us and Chicago Sunroof, but what's important is that we came first and them second.
Would you say a big part of the reason you won that was your final main act, I Hate My Dog?
Probably. Yeah.
Bailey has a particular penchant for dog hatred out of the five of us.
Do you want to talk us a bit through your hatred of dogs, or why you made that your?
It's a bit sensitive.
I don't think it'll air.
MO.
I don't think it'll air.
Don't think it'll air? Okay,
No,
right.
sorry.
We'll stay away from that one then. Okay, so what about the kind of venue? What did you think of Barker's? I believe it was held in.
Well,
Aptly named.
yeah.
Ironically named.
I don't like dogs either. To be honest, like, if I'm just being honest, I don't feel like I can be with you. I can't stand my dog.
Was that a prerequisite for joining the band? You just have to really hate dogs?
Well, no, but do you know how these things happen? Like, you know, you get together and you just find out, like, we've got a common interest.
I'm more worried about how your hatred of dogs came up as a common interest, but...
Well, look, no, it wasn't explicit, but I was more spiritual, wasn't it?
Four of us had actually written original songs about our various hatreds of dogs, to different degrees, of course, but and without this was before we even formed. We were all gigging solo dog hating song, and so it seemed like the logical step to fuse those.
Where else would you have taken that? So what about the experience of it? Like, how like lively was the crowd? Would you say, was that like did that help your performance at all?
I printed up posters of my dog and I handed them to the crowd
and to the judges, I believe. I think they got one.
Lapped it up.
So what about the next song you've got for us? Do you want to talk us a bit through that? Maybe give us a bit of background on that, or just
if I'm
jump straight
honest,
into it?
no, I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, good thing there's 5 of you then. Does someone else want to take over the microphone?
What is... This is our newest song. Yeah, I wrote this one.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's called Gender Roles, and if you wanted to spell that, that's JENDEROLES. So that's Gender Roles. Gender, shortly followed by roles. Gender roles.
Not like bread rolls.
No, so we have to make a distinction here. Roles is in sort of something you'd be assigned, as opposed to
Bread's not gendered.
No. Well,
If you
that's
try
for another
hard
day, I
enough.
think. Another day.
Another song.
Yeah, I don't know, mate.
Not gendered, is it? You know, it's something else.
Yeah, I know thirds. Yeah, cheers.
That's something else.
Yeah. Well, so this next song's called Gender Roles.
I spy the love of my life walking down the street. She has big hips, big heels, big teeth. But oh, not again. Is that I don't believe in gender roles. I just do what I'm told. Ooh. Chocolate milkshake with the toppings on. It's our first date and we're having fun. But there's a problem in the relationship. She got big feet and a bigger ooh. I would like your name and address. Ooh, I would like it if you were undressed. But oh, no, not again. Is that I don't believe in gender roles. I just do what I'm It's been 6 months and we're steady on. Just don't look back, it's already gone. She loves me and I love her too. There's nothing that love cannot do. It's been 12 years and we're oh so near. I will not live my life in fear. She loves me, I love her too. There's nothing that love cannot do. I don't believe in gender roles. No. Oh, I just do what I'm told. I do not believe in, I repeat, I don't believe in gender roles. I just do what I'm Cheers.
Now, well, that song, slight change of pace from the ones before it, I'd say. Still very much in the same kind of genre, but just they all have these slight different hints. And I mean, to that kind of end, you were described again by BBC Introducing Lancashire and Cumbria as being a racontorial frenzy of the absurd. Would you say that's like a big part of the kind of songwriting you do?
That was the highlight of our lives.
So is that what you kind of try and focus on in all of your songs, or was that just a coincidence which you sort of stuck to because you like the way it sounded?
I don't know, I just feel like a poser.
Right, I believe on that show you were also described as having vintage explosive guitar, which I mean you could definitely sort of tell with that song. It was much more quite kind of aggressive in terms of guitar. So is that the kind of thing you focus on with your music, or are you, I don't know, eventually going to try and branch out and try different things, or is that your sort of MO?
Definitely guitar-based music. Ben's spoken about getting on the glockenspiel, doing a no surprises sort of thing. But you can tell him what happened when you tried to do the glockenspiel thing, and I just wasn't having it.
Yeah, we had a big scrap about that, to be honest. I got an affinity for wind instruments.
Any particular wind instrument?
No.
Because just all of them, every last one.
Yeah, just like instruments.
So yeah, I'd say the vocals of your music are also quite interesting. Again, they were described as dry and naturalistic. They do sound much more kind of, I'm going to say retro than some music you kind of hear at the moment. Is there a particular sort of person or group that's an inspiration for the vocal side of things? All Alex Turner, or anyone else as well?
Well, who's the other bloke in Arctic Monkey?
Is it who's the bloke on the drums? Who is he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's his name?
It's him, isn't it? Yeah,
It's him. It's got to be him.
Whoever he
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, one thing I was personally thinking is a lot of the songs kind of sound slightly Idols-esque, and I believe in I Hate My Dog, you reference one of their songs.
Do I?
Or was that a coincidence? Never Fight a Man with a Perm.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we all know it's an Idols rip. So, yeah, no, and me more than anyone. So, yeah, that was about the bands. I was just fed up with all the dog stuff. So, I thought I'd make it more sapiocentric. Sapiocentric. I thought I'd make it more sapiocentric.
Hating every species equally. Lovely. Now, I believe you've got some upcoming gigs that you might want to talk about in the next few weeks. Do you care to give our viewers and listeners a bit more background on them?
Right. So we've got the 5th of February at Bailrigg FM. We've got the 7th of Feb at Gallgate Beer Hall. We've got 14th of Feb at the Gregson, 16th of Feb at the Golden Lion, 19th of Feb at the Tap House, 27th of Feb at the Gaunt, 28th of Feb at the pub. It's a Man of the Year release party. It's not. We got 6th of March in Stockport, March the 21st in Manchester. We got April the 11th in Manchester, May the 4th in Manchester, May the 7th in Manchester, 9th of May in Gallgate, 13th of June in Manchester, 26th of July in Liverpool, 27th of July in Manchester.
I can't do the 27th. Sorry.
Yeah, me on.
Sorry.
So it's 26th in Liverpool then, and then the 4th of August in Leeds.
Can't do that.
So not scratch that then. Yeah.
Well, hopefully some of the people watching and listening will fancy going along to some of them. Now, I believe for the 28th of February at the pub, that's a fundraising event for Lancaster Music Co-op. So do you want to tell us a bit about that, or is that the first you're hearing of this?
It's fun for them, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we were under the impression they were fundraising for the release of Man of the Year.
Well, maybe that is the case.
It's a fundraiser for them, apparently.
What? Nah, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, genuine. Oh.
We were under the impression it was for it was a fundraiser for the release of Man of the Year. That's what we. But we're big advocates of charity in small doses. So we'll shoot an email over, I suppose.
Well, if either of us is wrong, it's more likely going to be me. So, what's the next song that you've got for us?
Oh yeah. This one is the oldest song that we've ever written. We're kind of sick of it a little bit, but I don't know. It's got that nostalgia. It's called Campus Geek Frog Rock. Full stop.
close your eyes, teardrop echo. As the time goes by, the echo scatters, evaporates as in the mail. As the wind has high, it's okay. Tell it out. As the wind has high, and it's okay. Drown it out. And as the wind has high, and it's okay. Drown it out. I'm in pain. Thanks.
All right. Well, would you just care to remind us of the name of that song briefly?
I can't. I genuinely can't remember. Sorry.
It's called Geek Rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Geek Rock. Perfect. So I think the next thing I just wanted to ask about was what's the kind of process behind you writing the songs? Like, how does that normally go? How long does that sort of tend to take?
I'm quite a big fan of a sensory deprivation chamber.
Naturally.
If you're floating, then the ideas naturally also float around you.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you wrote Bouncy Bath Time?
Exactly how I wrote it. I sit with a net symbolically in the chamber. Scoop them up.
Hopefully that's all you're scooping up. So how long does it sort of tend to take to write each one?
Years, months.
They're like 30 quid an hour his chamber. So it's 15 minutes an hour basically.
Right.
Yeah, it's the rate at least. Yeah.
So do you all have like a personal favourite of the songs you've written as a?
I saw a bloke on Fiverr doing songs. If you were interested, like, pretty cheap.
I'll definitely keep that one in mind. So yeah, what about favourites of the songs you've written? Why don't we go around and have a?
I love all of them. They're like all my children. You know, you can't pick a favourite, otherwise you're just a bad parent. So yeah.
I don't really like any of them, to be honest. I'm just kind of a session guy here for the day, get some money, then I'll go home, hopefully.
I like the Gene Clark one we do.
My favourite of ours is called Sunday Drone.
You know, it is tricky.
Is that it? Just tricky?
Well, that was the song.
Okay. One thing I also wanted to ask about, circling back massively, I've actually just forgot to ask about it earlier. On your social media, when I was looking through, trying to do some research and failing miserably, I noticed you only actually follow one account on Instagram, and it's Skoda UK. Any particular reason for that? Just a big fan of the Superb?
Well, Skoda put a lot of money into like proto-Bulgarian post-punk, and we're all massive fans of Levi Novichok and his work. And so it seemed like, it was almost an homage to that, to the early days at Sophia Studios.
Ironic given they're Czech and not Belgian. Yeah. Close enough. Eastern Europe somewhere. So I believe you've got one more song to perform for us, and then I think after that we're just going to move on to some quick fire questions.
Oh, I love quick, like James Corden.
I was hoping I wouldn't look like him, but we'll try and find some quick fire questions. Do you want to tell us about this last song about it?
Is it Czech?
It is actually Czech.
It is
Nightmare.
Czech.
Yeah.
No, this last song is it's nor our oldest, and it's not our newest either. It was written somewhere in the middle.
Just a song.
Yeah, it's called Sigh.
To look at Venus. But I just sit there watching Space Jam for hours. Would our children believe us? We told them where the planets were just bits of old floating core. Take me where it's greener. To walk the magic forest in your mind. Won't you keep me where I'm needed? Away from all the people who keep busy with their dying.
All right, and that was Sigh. Now, this is where I was going to have my games segment, but unfortunately, I was told that having a twister mat around a lot of presumably quite expensive and it's sometimes precariously balanced equipment was probably a bad idea. No, I didn't bring it with me. I wasn't allowed. So I guess we're just going to move into a bit of a kind of quick fire questions round. Now, are there any kind of interesting stories you've got of performing, crowd interactions, strange things, technical difficulties, anything like that?
We had a crowd once, and it was pretty good. That's as far as it goes.
Good memories, like, yeah.
So obviously you said that as a band, your inspirations were people like the Arctic Monkeys, the Strokes. Do any of you have kind of particular individual inspirations, music heroes that you kind of got you into?
Probably the Arctic Monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And Julian Casablancas.
Yeah. Anyone else, or is it just the same sentiment?
I'm a big fan of an artist called Marshmallow. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big marshmallow guy.
Do you want a joke?
I'd love one.
My grandfather has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the local zoo.
Not bad. So in terms of, people aside from your actual inspirations as a band, what sort of music do you all listen to personally? Like, surely it's not all exactly the same kind of stuff you play?
Do you ever get well noises on YouTube?
If you can count that as music, then I guess that's an answer.
Why limit it? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's got frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's definitely got frequency.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, like, where do we draw the boundaries between music? It's an interesting question. I think we should be asking it more often.
Seems like you want to elaborate on that. Do you want to give us a...
Well, I'm just opening the room for discussion.
You can do your own to whale.
Yeah. I can't make them personally because I'm not a whale.
Give it a go.
No, but like I said, I've got physical limitations because I'm not a whale.
Okay. Well, the floor is open after that one. So, anyone else have any answers?
Big fan of the Radioheads. Big fan of the Radioheads. Yeah.
Gene Clark. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
I do quite enjoy Radiohead as well.
Alan Walker. Yeah.
Well, look, we're being a bit silly here. Like, for a genuine moment,
there's only one.
But still has.
There's only one.
It's got me through a lot of tough times, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, speaking of tough times, I guess that's not a great segue. How can't speak today. Has there been any sort of any big arguments within the band? Creative differences, anything like that?
The annual mix-off didn't go too well.
No, yeah. So we had the Glockenspiel scrap.
Yeah, that was bad.
It triggered a pretty seismic chain reaction where Ben actually ate his own head, and then
it wasn't nice.
No, and then a drawn out process of regurgitation.
Yeah, there was at least 6 priests there, mate. It got nasty.
You seen The Exorcist?
I have.
It's nothing like that. Yeah.
Don't leave a mark.
Yeah.
A few more priests involved.
I counted them.
With no head, that's impressive. Were you just like feeling around, grabbing different priests?
Well, we've got 6 senses, don't we? If we're honest, like, we've got beyond the mind, and that's what I was using. So, yeah. Smell of vision. Yeah. This next one's an improv number. Yeah.
Do that song?
Yeah, well, I think that's why quite a few people will be watching. So unless anyone has any issues with that, I think this is I Hate My Dog. Sweet. Sadly, we've got no posters to hand around this time. I should interject quickly and say we here at LA1 TV and Bailrigg FM do not condone violence against animals. Any actions mentioned here are entirely fictitious and not real.
dog, you're a cretin. And even if I were to, it's not really walking. Wizard! Wizard! I ain't my dog! I ain't my dog! Your house stinks like dog dirt! My dog.
Right, well, I do have to ask, is that song written about one of your members' specific dogs, or is it just about a pervasive dislike of canines?
None of us have dogs. I just want a bath now.
You just want a bath?
Yeah.
Another sensory deprivation. Just float around for a bit.
Yeah. I'm off. Yeah.
Well, I guess he's off to have a bath then. Don't know where he's going to find one. Can't imagine there's too many on a university campus. More minor technical difficulties. Headphones have appeared to have got stuck in a guitar. Now, I don't know if the cameras are picking it up, but we do actually have a stuffed dog in the corner wearing an LA1 TV shirt. So thankfully, that did manage to avoid any harm during that performance. I'm almost half wondering whether that's just because they didn't notice it there. So looking at said stuffed dog, is that just filling you with an immense rage, or can you get past it?
How do we feel about the dog?
Not a fan. the drummer back there. I know he's the one with the hardest hatred of dogs. What's that? What's that toy dog?
I just don't want it near me, to be honest.
Just don't want it near you.
Could it be moved somewhere? Is that all right?
I think I'm actually tied to my chair contractually, so I don't know if I can.
Oh,
don't know if I
well,
can do that.
Okay. I guess I'll just be in pain for the rest of this interview then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, this was going to hopefully be my game segment, but unfortunately, I am sort of running out of material. So I don't know. I guess I'm going to start trying to put you on the spot or something. If you had to kick one member out of the band, who would it be? And please give quite a detailed reason why. I think all our audience, all three of them, would love to hear it. I think we can get an answer from all of you at some point. We'll go and find the other guy in the bath and ask him.
I mean, I'd probably keep Bailey out on drums there.
I think I'd keep Bailey out as well, actually.
Yeah, I think we'd all probably keep Bailey out.
Yeah, I'd probably just kick myself out, yeah.
Probably just quit.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of our studio? It wasn't like this 3 days ago, so if it's very hastily improvised, that's why.
Very nice studio. Thanks for putting us up.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Can't say I helped much. They did actually bring their own rug. Why?
I don't know. It's just whenever you go to gigs, they just don't have rugs, and
when you've got a kick pedal that forceful, it's problematic.
Yeah, I mean that's why it was breaking all the time. It's just a lot of aggression, latent aggression, and obviously we don't want to get charged for floorboard damage. So
we that has happened before actually.
It has, yeah. And it was like a grade 2 listed thing, and we got fined a lot of money. So we're still in the negatives. We're still trying to repay it. Yeah.
What's the story behind that? Do you want to expand on that a bit more? Where were you playing?
We were at. Where was it?
Was it the castle? Maybe.
It was the castle. It was I Hate My Dog, and
of course.
Yeah, something came over Ben. Ben won, and we had this old pink guitar. It was a good guitar, but it got it. So did the floorboards.
Right. So from that day forward, you just thought you need to bring a nice thick rug with you wherever you go to avoid more unwanted bills in the post.
Is that why?
I don't know. It's from B&Q, so I like B&Q. So
yeah, they got a good Persian section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sake of journalistic integrity, other brands of rug are available. Sorry, apparently there was a dog there the whole time.
Oh, no way.
You're right.
It's genuine.
Yeah, just down by your feet.
Yeah, just
Run it back.
How was your bar?
Preferably we want it back, yeah.
Oh, no, I just went loo.
Very quick bar.
No, just toilet. What's its name? The dog.
I'm actually not sure what the dog's name is. Clifford.
The
Clifford,
big
apparently.
red dog.
Clifford the big red dog, but that one is a little bit small. Clifford the average sized dog.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Can I get on the drums?
No.
Now I'm seeing the frontman over there is wearing a Newcastle shirt. Big fan of Newcastle.
Yeah, I think we actually kick off. We probably just kicked off actually. We're playing Arsenal in the semis tonight. 7 minutes in. It's 0-0, but 2-0 on aggregate. So how are you, the lads? I suppose.
I've never been the biggest fan of football. Anyone else big into football, or are you just sick of him talking about it?
Nathan's a big football guy.
Yeah, he gets carried away, if we're honest.
It's actually part of the crazy gang in the 90s, Nathan.
He's got that look in his eye.
Well, we just want to say thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. Both LA1 and Bailrigg. Genuinely. Yeah, I know we're a bunch of Muppets, but thanks for having us on. It's always good fun to do stuff like this.
No, it was great to have you on. I'm sure all of our viewers and listeners will have hopefully enjoyed this interview in Live Lounge and all of the songs you played.
Yeah,
so do you want to just give us a quick recap of the 6 you ended up doing. What are they called?
Yeah, we did Man of the Year. We did gestation period. We did gender roles. We did Geek Rock. We did Sigh, and then we did I Hate My Dog. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Great. Thank you very much.